Forsaken, abandoned to the dark, what choice but to follow the flame?
Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 34 of our Drazhoath the Ashen Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, we're here with ZHATAN once more here, which is kind of turning into a secondary ZHATAN campaign, where we are over in Cathay. There are a whole heap of armies around, so we are fighting this battle here, which Auto-Resolve said we would have won quite handily. We're fighting it in order to minimize casualties to the maximum and keep the Iron Dragon off our backs. So we've got armies of the Iron Dragon. It's like 4 or 5 full stacks. And they're fairly varied armies with crane guns and Celestial Dragon Guard and the like. So we should have quite a few good battles to come here, but we do need to crump this one without taking too many losses. So we're set up kind of as follows. Artillery off to the side to blast away. Possibly try to drag over the Jade Lances and such. And then we'll have the main team kind of scoot up into this valley where it's mostly flatlands they can fire across. We'll let our artillery blast away at the crane guns first, and then the Bale Taurus, or Tauri even, can come on over and pop the Sky Lantern. Battle begin. Alright, artillery, you go after the crane guns. Operation Blap Those Crane Guns is a go, while you go after the Jade Lances in demolition rocket mode. First rocket is away. Nice hit. Crane guns do have... Oh, they're unspottable now. I don't know if that's really going to work for them. The unit that doesn't have a target now will have them blast away at the Celestial Dragon Guard. I think the crane guns are right in front of them. Everyone else just scoot on forward a smidge. We'll have the Bale Taurus move forward a bit. You go ahead and drop down the anti-spell on Chun Shintu. Start scooting up the side. Move you guys up to deal with crane guns. Try to dodge them a little bit there. Since you're back, you can go ahead and blast them away. Demolition rocket seems to be not doing that much good, so we're going to switch it back over, and we're just going to go ahead and go after the Jade Warrior crossbows in the center there. Keep moving off to the side. We'll go ahead and drop down the Burning Head. Right through the line. Those are some at least fairly armored Cathayans, so it's not going to do as much damage as we would want normally. We'll be alright though. You guys go do your thing, drop the enemies. Perfect, artillery, go ahead and switch targets. Let's go ahead and blast the Iron Hail guns. I am going to actually just drop down the net on these Jade Lances, and then finish them with both of you at the same time here. ZHATAN, you can just go up on here and chase down the Dragon Blooded. Keep trying to knock down the blimp there. The old death from above. I think we've pretty well got them handled. Drop her melee defense. Go for the Flame Storm on the poor fools about to try to surround ZHATAN there. To make sure no one else is coming back in. Sneaky hits, actually come on back. Make sure you don't get taken out by our own artillery. You guys go after the Iron Hail guns, switch them both to boom mode. And you just kind of keep blasting at the individual Jade Lance groups. We're going to get a bit of friendly fire in from the sneaky hits there. Alright, ZHATAN, go ahead and land over here, help out our Bale Taurus. Go ahead and drop the armor on the Celestial Dragon Guard. And there's the win. Very few casualties, if any at all. Yeah, just a couple, probably going to those sneaky hits. We're about to get a couple more. Run! Ooh, there goes another fourth of the unit. Such is the way. Catch y'all in a moment. Alright, 31 lost in the fight. Most of that definitely going to one of these 2 hell cannons. Well done, you two. Exploding all to gets. They were definitely rifling in some coins and stealing them from ZHATAN. Well, Shunshin 2 got absolutely kicked into orbit. We're going to go ahead and transport those captives on deck. We did a fairly decent job there, except for exploding our own units, but there are armies all around. So what we're going to do, hopefully get back over to take on the Iron Dragon. What we will do is go into the ambush, see where we can get, go to the other side of the shrine here, this bridge, hopefully get a nice choke point battle or the ambush, either one. But 80% is a nice haughty chance to hopefully ambush our foes here. So let's make sure ZHATAN manages to survive the fight. I think by giving him the full plate armor, giving him up above 100. Which will be good against everything except for really Zhao Ming there. Or Pithuk. Your passives are all good, your spells are pretty decent as well. I don't mind going for Flaming Sword of Ruin just for some extra variance there. For Jaxiax, we'll go ahead and give him the Wound Maker. We've got a lot of fights to come, and we'll want to make sure he wins everything he can. So, a bit more weapon strength. I think you actually don't get as much. Interesting. Yeah, we'll go for Bulgor then. More armor piercing. Yes, please. Alright, they're good to go. ZHATAN is in his ambush. And hopefully we catch some Cathayans flat-footed. I wouldn't be surprised if they sneak on around, but they're likely going to be trying to go after Non-Li, or not Non-Li, Non-Gao as fast as they can to try to reclaim. So as long as we can follow them back quickly, we should have no trouble. Especially since we have the nuke launchers helping us out inside of Cathay proper. When we have a bit more gold, I'm going to raise up another army of hobgoblins and start having them rampage through. They won't be able to actually bring down any of these gates. We'll need ZHATAN himself for that. But we'll at least be able to claim kind of like Pome and stuff. Village is going to go after any of them that are dark fortresses and leave the rest to us, likely. So, or he'll just burn them to the ground. We've got enough Conclave influence for yet another tower all the way up to tier 5, so let's get to conquering. Hopefully we don't lose our voice too much here. I see it starting to go. Alright, Grummandash. What we are going to do with you is we're going to try a bit of... I was going to say we could try a bit of ambushy goodness, but if we can come on over and claim his main settlement from him, taking the toll gate. A lot of gold he's getting from this settlement here. Let's go ahead and cut that off. Alright, Grummandash, you go ahead and set up the siege. Gets ambushed. No armies nearby. Greece has left his capital completely open. Go ahead and surround. We've got one more turn of Hobgoblin Scarcity, and I'm actually fine with that because I did not want the Hobgoblins popping up over here. Oh, we have to go into March. That's fine. March stance it is. Come on over, Callan. Roughgut may be able to take advantage, but I think his army is still manageable even with our meager Hobgoblin forces here. Alright, Goldtooth. Get leg swept. Undercharge. We only lost 40. It isn't enough. Yeah, I think the Roar of the Dreadquake is a bit scarier than the Thunder Charge. We will stack the settlement. Sorry, Greasus. We're going to go ahead and turn around and turn this into a factory right away. We get the gold mine, and we get gold sluice as well. So factory up. Beautiful. And since this is in the Mountains of Morn anyway, you would not be able to turn this into a tower no matter what. So you would have to turn the good old Great Hall into either a factory or an outpost, which is the way. Alright, we'll have Grumrandash then. He is up to his final tier of metal spells, which sounds pretty nice. Let's go for the final transmute, keep them safe from the ogres. And then for Gruckox here, we can give him the additional Wound Maker. Sounds good to me. I actually can't believe I skipped over that one, and I'm a bit embarrassed to do so. I always choose weapon strength over everything else. Have you come through on the other side, so you're less likely to get attacked first there. Being in March stance, I prefer you be the reinforcing army. Awesome. We've got the Big Bulge and Mag coming on down from the south, which is all the unfortunate. Notice that he is completely ignoring Kugath now. As soon as we declared war, he rolled up his ogre sleeves and came on over to punch us in the neck. Kevin moving on down. Can't quite reach Ashuk here, which is just fine. Can we do any raiding? That would we can. For the first time, Kevin gets to raid. Sweet. We can go ahead and crush Ashuk next turn. And then we are definitely going to warp on through and blow up whatever's here. Hopefully Kevin's army is enough. His hobgoblins are fighting basically like storm vermin at this point. So we should hopefully have enough. And we are rolling with some rattling guns ourselves. If we don't, we can take a couple turns to recruit in some extra forces. We are rolling with just some Chaos Furies of Khorne right now, which will actually... Oh, man, Krokar's coming back through with a vengeance. Alright, Rugar. You've got to move on over to... So we completely ignored the Misty Mountain, which is interesting. Alright, yeah, we've got to move Rugar up to Kradtamen. With that sheer amount of soldiers, we may be able to hold back what Krokar's bringing on over. That's a hefty May. Don't got a lot of choice though. We gotta try. Stop them here. I think what we want to try to recruit on in is a bit of Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders. We're gonna grab 2 of them. Bit of skirmish. We can charge them in to shut down. Oh wow, these are some unfortunate armies. Kevin, we need to get you over quickly. Gonna take our papas to deal with. Drazhoath moving on Karazakarak. If we could take this from the Dawi, I would be very, very happy. It's pretty much a maximized settlement. You can take it from them and turn it into a gemstone mine. Beautiful. I'm actually surprised there's not a landmark here at Karazakarak, but there is at Karak Kadrin. I'd like to see a landmark at the other, but they've got so many good landmarks. That might be pushing things over the top. Come on into our labor. Now we've got a little bit of extra. Sell some off here. Pretty much wherever we can. No mines just yet in these locations. I'm sure we will have them. But for now we don't. I could spend the labor here as well. Sweet. 9,000 is a good bit to work with. Lumba definitely needs some help. I think I'm going to go ahead and give him one more blunderbuss unit. And then he doesn't have the Kadai Destroyer, which would make his army just nigh unstoppable. So we'll go ahead and wait him in for a few turns, grab the Kadai Destroyer, and then we'll grab a couple Hobgoblin Archers as well. Take him up to 4. His last battle was pretty violent. And then we'll have one group of the Sneaky get stacked as a poisonous tar pit. Glumba's looking good. Actually, down here with Rugor, can we get goodies through the Allied? Besides from Khorne, I want to save this for some of the other units. Okay. Having some Clan Moors rattling guns is intriguing. I'm going to keep saving the Legion of Chaos as well. He's got some really good... We can get up to a Keeper of Secrets and things. And while the Keeper of Secrets is pretty lackluster, if we can get up to one of the Bloodthirsters, the Bloodthirster and... I'm trying to think of the other. There's only 2 of the Greater Demons that I consider decent at the moment. It's not the one for Nurgle. I think Rattling Guns are the play. The Poison Wind Globes and... Poison Wind Globes can be really, really, really solid against bringing down a large target. So if we can keep them healthy, we're going to go ahead and keep the Poison Wind Globes in. We won't be too sad if we lose that army, but as long as we can hold Krogar for a moment, that's all we really want. Oh good that Zarina's back. Can we catch her? Oh wow, do we want to? Man. You have become much more elite there, Katerin. We can catch her, I believe. Which I think would be a good call. And by a good call, I mean we're going to sneak on over here to Volksgrad and try a bit of an ambush. Sneaky on up. I've got Ulduz coming on through to claim the Lair of the Troll King, and then I'm going to warp him back through to take down Joktraken as well, if the Norskins don't beat me to it. It would make me a bit sad if they did, but such is the way. We'll take the gold banners, make sure our income is really, really solid. And Bok the Lethal's moving on through. I keep refusing people's advances to try to get us to declare war on them. I would rather not. But I do want the prototype Mega Mortar here, just in case the Skaven do rise up. That will allow us to spike them out of existence. Gorth the Cruel is dealing with the Chaos Rebellion and Bloodpeak. That's not an army. We have a wall of gunfire. I think we're going to make this one. We don't own anything here. We'll go ahead and turn this into an outpost. We need some more raw materials coming on in. 3,000 is not quite enough per turn. Alright, well, the Secured Borders. Beautiful. I'll go ahead and throw in the strip mine. We'll need 240 labor, so we'll bring 300 over from anywhere over to Bone Road. Grab 1, 2, 3, and find the Bone Road. Wait, are you hiding? There it is. Oh, I don't have the gold. Oh, we're lacking the fundage. How unfortunate. Well, if we can come on up here, can we sell any of our labor off? Ooh, we can indeed. Lovely. Well, that works. Now we've got the money. I will sell in both of these slots here, and then we'll grab our 300 and bring them on down to the Bone Road. Make sure we don't have any issues with labor being sorted out. I'm going to go ahead and not speed that up, but I will spin to make the Overseer's Camp tier 2. Gorth's army is incredibly powerful. Let's grab the next point into Tyrant. He doesn't even really need his spells. It's just a wall of gunfire. And it is glorious. Keep moving on down to the Cafe. Perfect. We are quickly spreading on out after our very slow start. If we would have advanced a bit more defensively, I think we would have been in a much better shot, a much better place currently in campaign. We'll bring you on down to the Turtle Gate to try to steal some goodies. They've got whole ways full of toast. I think they need to share. Skolix, let's go ahead and have you just try to steal some goodies from Death Gorge. Ooh, you fail. You know I needed that money, right? I'll remember this. Let's come on in. Do diplomacy, see if there's anything to do with the quick deals. Ooh, the Venom Heimlings.
To be honest,
all of the Norskins shall be
raiding.
supplying us with gold. You submit. Seems like a bad call. We usually shove people into stoves for fun.
Yes, good.
It's called Cookie Day. We'll go ahead and take the allied mission for... Okay, so that lets us know where everyone is. Really, Jin Doog is worth 16. We'll go for... Yeah, we'll go for Jin Do. He's likely to... Well, no, he's gonna get taken out by one of these random armies. We'll go after Zhao Ming so we actually can make sure we do get those 16 allegiance points. So we'll accept that mission, and even though it's not going to give us anything other than Chaos Warriors. Right then. That shall be our turn.
Generas from Utrum, Akrabaz Radrajkazan.
How can you help us, Kevin? He wants us to join his war against Valkia. No, again, you deal with Valkia on your own. And we did manage to ambush the Tsarina. How unfortunate for you. Did we lose anyone in the Auto Resolve? We would not, and so, with a heavy heart, he is removed. We'll go ahead and transport these captives. I think that's just barely more treasury. Now we'll go for the gold. They did manage to hit Nan Li. So they're just going to go straight after Nan Gao. An interesting strategy. Hopefully it pays off for them. We're going to go ahead and let this one go. They've got cannons and the like. Well, every single manual fight would just deal crazy damage due to the Dreadquakes. Also, Cinder campaign.
Kubu ekus klinka watok. Nemis of Cinderbrush, Haruka.
Oh, Bok, you can declare war? That's a mighty foolish idea. Well, we don't get the gold for it. We managed to let them do the declaring. He's not going to be brave enough to do anything, though. Hobgoblin Wolf Raider is being ready to ride out with a resupply of improved Hellforge armory surplus for the convoy, while ensuring he delivers as much as his scrawny frame can carry. Also need to decide which equipment will give the convoy the greatest chance of successfully repelling any threats. Sharper blades or clad in durability? Let's go for the durability, armor and melee defense. Keep the boys nice and healthy. Most of our damage is coming from these blunderbusses anyway. Alright. I thought Astrogoth already had the Ice Load Crusher, but though she was as mighty as Khan Queen Mishka, it didn't stop Kislev's current Ice Queen from suffering at the hands of her opponent. We now cause terror, and we'll be frostbiting everyone. Frostbite and Flame is a pretty cool combo. I don't know that it actually works out that way, but a whole bunch of ready for duty. Let's have Sundrims come on through. Explore the mountain pass here. Chuckles to himself. Apparently he loves a good hike. Drazhoath, why can't you move? What has happened to us? Huh. Drazhoath's just stuck? Oh, never mind. What am I talking about? He's recruiting up. Oh, we already forgot? I'm not gonna... Don't you worry about that. Go ahead and run into March just so I can actually see what's going on over here. We can choose between Bargvar or Dakraz, although Major Settlement likely can't take that one down. Oh, both of these are pretty well defended. Unfortunate.
What happened?
Not gonna happen. Let's go ahead and upgrade these two settlements here. Rodrong and Iron Rock. And I'm going to have you continue to recruit up. We'll let the Hobgoblins kind of surround the settlement. Let's grab a couple of armor-piercing chaff units and then some archers. 4 of those will work for now. Alright, Crusox. We'll just swing on in here and give you the additional armor. Awesome. And we could probably send out Belagern to try to steal some technology. It's going to cost an absolute ton, though. He has a really high chance of doing so. Romran Dash and Company over here in Greasus' Great Hall. It's like Roughgut is just camping out in Karakatan.
All I listen to is me.
No
one tells a tyrant what to do. Sardu! Draj da baraku!
I think if we can reach them, we can bring them down. I don't really mind losing the Valley of Horns so much. It just has a garrison in there to cause it a bit of a nuisance if Bullthug wants to fight. Run over and surround Roughgut here. I see no more ogres nearby. Oh, he's got some Cathayans in here. We would win with the auto-resolve as is, so poor fool's about to get, unfortunately, ejected into space. Fortunately for us, though. I'm not going to move you into March so we don't take as many casualties. And that's another win. You poor fools. Did we lose anyone? Nope. Redquake, Massacre. Yeah, we'll take it. I will sack the settlement again, just for a good measure. Roughgut was slain, and we'll go ahead and just claim Karakatan as a... The other one's a factory. We'll go ahead and make one of them an outpost. That'll be this one here. Well, it's got the tusks, so we'll see what that actually provides for us. Gold mine would be great. Let's go ahead and do that after we make some walls, though. I'm going to tear out this building, and we'll just throw in the tusks instead. Which gives us some income. That's perfectly fine with me. Balloon Maker for Cowan. Make sure he is hitting as hard as we can. And then I think we'll finish off Final Transmutation and then just go for Earthing. We've got a ton of magic capacity for all of our factions right now, so I'm not really worried about that so much. We're near as max as possible just due to all of the symbols of flesh we have currently, as well as our tower seats. Time to give you the ability to cause terror. That's such a good addition. Scaring off any of the armies of Man or Skaven is too useful. What do you need, Astrogoth? Already got your unbridled cruelty. Despoilers would give us a bit more income from stacking and raising. I mean, which is not a bad call. Let's go for the crushing carnage instead, though. Just to make sure our bull centaurs are becoming as beastly as they deserve. Alright, Zorak. Let's see. Probably just devastating charge. He-Do to increase that one. Haven't had too many issues with our bull centaur troops turning and running from combat. Or the hobgoblins appear in the mountains. This will help us kind of run over the rest of Greece's armies quite quickly. So, not a bad thing here. Having to come on down, and he can't quite reach. Oh, that was a mistake, wasn't it? Man. Alright, well, let's spend one more turn raiding then. Hello? Raiding removes all of his movement. Interesting. So it takes 25% movement penalty, but also 100%. Huh. Okay, well, let's just go into ambush. Scoot a little bit closer, see if we can't draw him out. It's very doubtful that we will, but that's not really what I'm going for anyway. We'll drop in the Tithe Collector here at the Fortress of Vorag, and hopefully the ogres, I'm guessing they're going to come on through here. Black Fortress is in danger, so let's go ahead and come on in. Grab an Overseer. I'm going to kind of go toe-to-toe with one of the ogres in a fight. Oh, we've just got Miserly and Phlegmatic. Those are terrible. Alright, let's grab a Prophet of a Shoot then, for the Ash Storm. We'll allow our Hobgoblin Archers to actually do some damage to those ogres. We will go for... Ooh, Death and Destruction actually helps us out against the ogres, so we'll go for, yeah, Hateful against the old Death and Destruction. An additional 10 leadership while fighting against them. There's a reason for it after all. There's Mag down here. Looks like they're not sure where to go. Big Bull just wants to hang out the ruins end. Acting like Callus. Let's go ahead and grab you. A couple of archers. And then just some... we're gonna have a lot of options here. We'll grab one of the Kadai Destroyers. And then I guess a couple of shaft units just to kind of slow guys down. Big business. Our gold is starting to take a hit. But we've got a bunch more gold mines going in too, so I think we'll be just fine. Route Marcher, Inspiring Presence. For you, let's go for... Ooh, we go for the Voice of the Shoot, the Destroyer comes in at tier 6, which is incredible. And we can come on in and start grabbing some of these others. So Burning Wrath, double down on the Ash Storm for sure. And then the Curse of the Shoot. Well, that costs a lot. I'm glad that's locked on in. We'll go for Burning Wrath, double down on the Ash Storm, and then I don't even think we really need Killing Fire. Instead, let's go for Firing Drills for all of our Hobgobbos. Make them a bit better. Give them a bit more our ammo. And then Hellish Blows for the Kadai. Sweet. And he will be great at fighting down against the ogres. We'll put him in against some other more Kadai, and then other some Chaos Warriors if we can. Alright, let's get another battle going. We have done far too much auto-resolving. Astrogoth. Onward to Prague. We can have an awesome siege of Prague and bring down the old Cursed City. He's got a bunch of armored Kossars. Not much of a fight for us, but I think we'll have a good time all the same. Alright, Astrogoth. He's got the sneak. He kind of looks like Brock. Old man Brock. Let's get him.
What? Hobgoblin Akasas!
Zulu Centrals. Zulu Centrals. Resu anunku ashot. Northern barbarians. Tatsulakan. Askolkilo. Tarastron. Halu. Razu. Urkala Barak. Ha. Sarato. Sending Datrin! Ja! Bibluhatu! Mahito Damak! Sakuna Abdu! Norkalak Barak! Uteshet Dwarfak Utberes! Passion Sound! Veilmancy! Sulu Chaos! Astana Fatafe! Tessa El Gramus! Hito Dema! Ulawaku! Frontoria! Chaos Warriors of Gold!
Hobgoblin Akazaz!
Astromorph Zulahu! Zulu Centrals! Shoot the Mars! He's Astragoth! He's Hasud Hangla! Andratis! ZHATAN! Usatul Bara! Bibluhatu! Up be you! Thunders up!
That's out! Ashun Sarashko!
Grund! Auri rot! Suanunku Asho! Eve! Pontafin! Disastragol!
Alright, well, embarrassingly enough, we fought the entire Battle of Prague with the mute button on. I clicked the old hot link to try to catch a sneeze, and I'll turn it back on. So what I'm going to do is actually leave that battle on in. It'd be a bit strange, because unless you enjoy the battles without any talking at all, but it'll be a complete battle with just the battle itself. I'm going to leave it on in, though, because it was a right and proper siege. Castalton has fallen. We're going to move right on through, only losing 19, and most of that actually being the Hell Cannon crew, but apologies all, I am a professional. We'll make sure that does not happen going forward, but just sneeze in its tracks. Go ahead and sack the settlement, getting a bunch of gold and some labor there. Then we're going to turn around and turn Prague into as high tier of a tower as we can. Building our high towers. Tier 5? We can more than afford it. The fact that it only costs Conclave influence is incredible. Let's go ahead and demolish this building here, and then we will... Marble Quarry will take 5 turns to slot in, but it'll immediately start giving us a nice grip of raw materials. Let's instead make sure we have the tower roots. Then the nuke launcher. And the walls. There, we can see what else we can slot in. I would like the donation barrel, and then... we can afford it. The Marble Quarry is not a bad call. It'll take 5 turns. We can try to gather on up the labor in the process, or in the meantime. We'll grab the Masterful Architects, and then likely the last position we go for will be either the Demon Smithy or the one that allows us to actually slot in the Bull Centaur Renders. We shall soon see. Getting a second Taruk for this army would be a pretty good call. Starting to remove these Chaos Warriors and replace them just with the Taruks. Alright then. We'll grab that final point into Crushing Charge. And then Probably firing drills to increase.
Isn't throw stasny.
What does the ordnance do? Or range? That's going to be the call then. Well, we only have 3 artillery pieces. Giving them more ammunition and range is only going to help us. Outraging little Grom will be a good call. Go ahead and increase the charge on our Taruk there once more. Awesome. Yeah, killer blow. We are going to move on Kislev as fast as we can to try to deal with the Ice Court. Once they are out of their main settlements, they are much less threatening. Alright, let's go find someone else to destroy. Looks like your ambush kind of worked. There's no real telling what's going. They sacked Non-Li. I'm assuming they're moving towards Nangao, but they can't quite do the damage they would like to. I'm sure there's another army nearby in ambush. We're going to go after Hao Zhao here. He's got 2 cannons and a Wujing war compass. You have to keep in mind this thing can call down a meteorite. So wherever we see, and celestial lightning, so wherever we see one of those circles drop down, do not trust it.
Is the Kazakh monger?
I am 100% the Iron Dragon is nearby in ambush. See if we can't find him down here, though. He may have stuck back down. Oh, he definitely didn't. There's an Iron Dragon somewhere in these hills. Let's go for it. I'm only... Oh, there he is. Rinqian has moved on through. Alright, I was gonna say, I'm only confident because I know ZHATAN could beat Zhao Ming in a straight-up fight with 951 weapon strength. We'll go ahead and fight this one. Hao Zhao, you have walked your last fool. Alright, so we do have a nice little bit of high ground over here. Start deployment, see where the enemy is set on up. I got the cannons in the middle there. I'm sure we can hit them with a nice bit of an ambush. Dropping them in up here. Then the Death Shriek as well. It has a longer range, but I feel the need to put it further up so there's only one of them. Alright, we'll have the Sneaky Gits defending them in the... right outside the water if we can help it. Defending from those Knights as they move on over, those Jade Lances. And then we can set up the other boys kind of in the center. Fire glaives, shotguns in the middle. We'll have them kind of advancing down the main road there. Letting our artillery do their work for a moment. I'll have some laborers up front to kind of bait out the enemy spells. Wow, indeed. Hobgoblin cutthroats on either side. Axes on. I'm going to put them on this end here. There's more lances on that other side there, so I'm going to put the lances over here, or the axes, to help to counter those lancers. Biggins will have the trolls in the back, ready to crump whoever needs it. Go though. Right. And begin. You're forward a bit there. We'll have you guys start blasting at... I was going to go after the cannons, but let's go ahead and take down some of these archers. And you can go after the Grand Cannon there. Likely with pretty good effect, too. Move the laborers up. If they're to take the damage. Extra boom where we can get it, and we'll have the centaurs getting shot at by the line rifles there. Cannons going after our main target. Okay, perfect. Let's get the boys moving then. Well, those misses are not filling me with confidence. Trolls come out to the side. Grab everyone here. Move them on up. Don, you go right over after the Grand Cannon. You're one of the only units we have that actually can. Bale Taurus, you go straight after the Lantern. Rest in peace, you guys. That's gonna be a metal spell. Drop down to the Armor of Gazrak. We can go for a Flame and Shadow. In the middle of one of these cannons, we get a little bit closer. Wouldn't mind kind of obliterating those crane guns, though. Come on back. Doing their job. You go ahead and go after these Jade Warrior crossbows next. You can scoot on up and help out with the Grand Cannon, although ZHATAN is really dealing with that no problem. Bale Taurus is having a bit of issues with the Sky Lantern. You come on in and duel with the crane guns there. You can go for a Flame Storm in the middle of this nonsense. More metal spells ripping our, hopefully our Goblin Laborers apart. Oh yeah, that's perfect. It's open season. I'll bring the trolls into the woods. Don't mind them coming on in and fighting. I'll have our laborers just go stop. They go stand up in the front. That's perfectly fine by me. We'll send the Sneaky Gets in to stop the crossbows. Extra armor for the guys over here. Die for the Wujing War Compass. Bit of fire to launch through the ranks. Cannonry to go through the crossbows. Hopefully clip these other units as well. Perfect, you go hunt down the Alchemist next. That should wrap things up pretty easily. Drop the armor and leadership on the Lord Magistrate, and you can kind of chop away at the Sky Lantern. Make sure it doesn't flee. They do like to just run. Fair enough. You were but a Sky Lantern. We're gonna drop down the Meteorite, likely doing more friendly fire damage than anything else. Who needs the... The explosions. They are glorious. Drop the Doom of a shoot right on top of these Celestial Dragon Guard here. Kind of seems like they've just given up. Which, I mean, what else can you do? Karuk is chasing around there. Mage. Explosives keep coating the area. It's beautiful. Alright, another win. Catch you in a moment. Alright. Slice of victory. Most of the kills going to our mage and our artillery, as things should be. Our laborers took a huge beating from all of the spells, but that's perfectly fine. We will go ahead and transport those captains on back. Hey, continue on and towards the Shrine of the Alchemists here. Let's see just how dangerous everything is. Yeah, that's no problem at all. We'll move ZHATAN forward. Let's go ahead and pass out the skills, though. He is better in combat. Full plate armor. Make sure he's up to 110 armor there. Actually, go for the Mentor. Gax here. We got to figure out what he is going to be. I think we'll go ahead and make you also have a Murderous Charge. He's got a bit more melee attack already, so more damage, more mass. Old melee attack. Alright, onward towards Hao Xiao. They'll likely attempt to bring down our Hobgoblin Laborers, and I actually think that is just fine with me. We'll sacrifice them for the auto-resolve here. 141. We will go ahead and transport these guys on back too. ZHATAN the Courageous. We'll go ahead and attack the Shrine of the Alchemist, so that way no one else can escape, and if it does sacrifice our other laborers here, I'll also go ahead and let this one go to auto-resolve. ZHATAN will give you the Scarred Veteran. Give you a bit more health. Being red for your Centaur. Charge on over. Oh, and it allows us to take the settlement. See, I would like... Oh, since I've already clicked on it. I can't change my mind here. Unfortunate. We'll go ahead and occupy it as a factory then. Even had to backstep once. ZHATAN, you go ahead and recruit in some more goblin laborers. They have served us well thus far. Now I am out of time for today. I have been Space Wizard War. I believe a light for the light god and a sub for the sub zone. And we'll see you on the next one.